Good morning. Today we are going to see wrongful restraint and wrongful confinement. Just two sections are there, that is 126 and 127. Okay. Now 126 is telling about wrongful restraint. We have to first understand what is restraint. Means to stop a person from going from a particular way. Now take an example like I have to go to my home, to my house. There are three different ways, 3 or 4 different ways. Means 3 different routes are there. By that route, by those routes you can say, I can approach, I can go to my house, go to my home. But one person, what he is doing, he is stopping me from going from one way. But other 2-3 ways are there by which I can approach, I can go to my home. But why he should do this? Na? Because I am having full right. It is my right to move. Freedom of movement is there. I can go by any of the ways. Means if I am having 4 different approach roads to my home, it is my choice that I can go from any of the way. Nobody else can stop me from one of the way. And if he does so, then that is called as wrongful restraint. Means it's not allowing me from going from one of the road. But I can go, I can reach my home by other roads. But I don't want that. Because why he should do this? Because he has done an offense. And that is mentioned in section 126. Whoever voluntarily obstructs any person so as to prevent that person from proceeding in any direction in which that person has a right to proceed. Means I am having right to proceed by this way. I may go home by other ways, but this right to way is also there. This road is available for me. Then why he is obstructing me? Then it is wrongfully to restrain that person. I'll repeat again. Whoever voluntarily obstructs any person so as to prevent that person from proceeding in any direction in which that person has a right to proceed is said wrongfully to restrain that person. This is mentioned in subsection 1, and there is one exception here, that is the obstruction of a private way over a land or water which a person in good faith believes himself to have a lawful right to obstruct is not an offense within this section. It means I believe that you are not having right of way because that is my plot, that is my land, and you are not having a right to way up from that. I believe it in good faith. I don't have any intention or anything. I believe in good faith that you are not having the right to approach from my land, and therefore I obstruct. And thereafter I come to know that you are having an easementary right and all. Okay, now that is not an offense because in good faith I believe that I am having a right to obstruct you, though it was wrong. Okay, this is one of the exception here for wrongful restraint. Subsection 2 is telling whoever wrongfully restrains any person, he will be punished imprisonment 1 month or fine 5,000 rupees or both. Just in 126, definition of wrongful restraint is there, that is wrongfully obstructing a person from approaching, from proceeding from one direction. That is wrongful restraint. 127 section is telling about wrongful confinement. Now what is wrongful confinement? Whoever wrongfully restrains a person because of which that person is not able or he can't move or he can't go out of a particular area, that is called as wrongful confinement. You can call this, or this is called in tort as wrongful false imprisonment. Wrongful confinement means false imprisonment in tort. Okay, means the person has been put in some place, he can move around but he can't go outside a particular area. Certain circumscribing limit, he can't go outside. That will be called as wrongful confinement. Whoever wrongfully restrains any person in such a manner as to prevent that person from proceeding beyond certain circumscribing limits is said to wrongfully confine that person. Means he is put into that place from which he can't go outside. So what is the difference between restrain and wrongful confinement? In restrain, one right of way or one, you can say, proceeding direction is being obstructed, that is restrain. And what is confinement? Means he is been imprisoned falsely, wrongfully. He can't go outside that particular limit, that is wrongful confinement. This is subsection 1 of section 127, which defines wrongful confinement. Subsection 2 is telling whoever wrongfully confines that person shall be punished imprisonment extend to 1 year or fine extend to 5,000 rupees or both. Punishment for wrongful confinement is been mentioned in subsection 2. Now the further subsection, that is 3, 4, 5, 6 and all, what they are telling? They are telling about some aggravating factors. Aggravating means here the punishment is going to aggravate. What is the punishment for wrongful confinement? It is 1 year or fine 5,000 rupees or both. Now subsection 3 is telling that whoever wrongfully confines any person for 3 days or more, means he has been confined for 3 days and more shall be punished with 3 years imprisonment or fine extend to 10,000 rupees or both. Means if a person has been confined for 1 day or 2 days, then that person, that offender, will come under subsection 2 of section 127 and the punishment will be 1 year, 5,000 rupees fine or both. But if he confines the victim for 3 days or more, then he will be liable under subsection 3. Now subsection 4 is telling that whoever wrongfully confines any person for 10 days or more, means here what they have done, they have divided the confinement by days. So whoever wrongfully confines any person for 10 days or more, then the punishment is imprisonment 5 years and fine which shall not be less than 10,000 rupees. Means here, if a person has been confined for 1 or 2 days, then he will be liable under subsection 2. If the person has been confined, the victim has been confined for 3 to 9 days, then he will be liable under subsection 3. If the victim has been confined for 10 days or more, then he will be liable under subsection 4. Getting it? Section 127, subsection 1 is telling about wrongful confinement. Punishment for 1 day or 2 days or few hours also. From few hours to 2 days, the punishment is mentioned in subsection 2. From 3 days to 9 days, the punishment is mentioned in subsection 3. From 10 days or more, for 10 days or more, then the punishment is mentioned in subsection 4. Okay. Now subsection 5 is telling about whoever keeps any person in wrongful confinement knowing that a writ for liberation is been issued. We are having one writ called as a habeas corpus, which can be issued under Article 226 by the High Court and under Article 32 by the Supreme Court. If writ of habeas corpus is been issued, then as per the direction of High Court and Supreme Court, the person should be liberated. The person should not be confined. And what here they have mentioned in subsection 5, that the offender knows that a writ has been issued, means he should be liberated. But knowing that, he confines him, then he will be punished under subsection 5, and that is 2 years imprisonment, in addition to some other punishment under this chapter. Now in addition to some other punishment under this chapter and fine, what will be that other than? It means the writ is being issued, he should be liberated, but the offender has not liberated him, then he will be liable under subsection 5. And if he keeps him for 2 days and all, then he will be liable under subsection 2. Means the offender will be liable under subsection 5 for not liberating him though the writ has been issued, and as he has kept him for 2 days and all, then he will be liable under subsection 2. Means both the subsections will be charged with. Okay. Now if he keeps him for 10 days or more, then subsection 5 and subsection 4. If he keeps that person for 3 days or more, up to 9 days and all, then the charge sheet will be of subsection 5 and also subsection 3. For that they have mentioned here that this punishment and any other punishment under this chapter. Okay. Now subsection 6 is telling that whoever wrongfully confines any person in such a manner as to indicate the intention to confinement is that the concerned person will not have any contact with his relatives or any public servant, means he is being kept in some secret place so that he cannot be discovered there. Then the punishment is 3 years in addition to any other punishment. Means here the wrongful confinement has taken place for 2 days or 3 days or 9 days or 10 days or more, then those section will also apply, and the place is secret place, therefore subsection 6 will also apply. Okay. Now subsection 7 tells about whoever wrongfully confines a person for the purpose of extorting from that person confined or from any other person interested to be confined some property, some valuable property and all, then subsection 7 will apply, and the punishment is 3 years and fine. Means the objective of confinement here is what? Extorting from that person any property or any valuable security. Okay, this is subsection 7. And subsection 8 is telling whoever wrongfully confines any person for the purpose of extorting from that person or some other person any confession, any information, then he'll be liable under subsection 8, and the punishment is 3 years and fine. Means how the section 127 is been divided, we'll just see. Subsection 1 is defining wrongful confinement. Subsection 2 is telling about punishment for wrongful confinement. 3 is telling that if confinement takes place for 3 days or more, then subsection 3. Subsection 4 tells about for 10 days or more, means 3 applies to 3 days to 9 days. Subsection 4 applies for 10 days or more. 5 tells about if a writ is being issued and he is not liberated. Subsection 6 tells that if the place is a secret place from which he is not able to contact his relatives or any public servant, then subsection 6 will apply. The objective of subsection 7 is that the wrongful confinement is being done to that person with an objective to extort property from him or from some other person who is interested in him. Okay. And subsection 8 tells about the objective, that is taking confession from the person who is being confined or some other person, interested person. Like that, subsection 8 are there, and they are being divided like this. Section 126, 127 is a different kind of offense, which is wrongful confinement and wrongful restraint. We are seeing in these topic what offenses against human body. Therefore, these offenses connected to human body are clubbed together. Okay, bye bye. See you in the next video with another offense relating to human body.